In today's Leeds news, Piroe's exit details, Bornauw says goodbye, Premier League VAR and transparency changes, and a tough start for the under-21s. Of August here at the Leeds View, daily Leeds United news. We do these from a Monday to a Friday, as well as a transfer wrap up at the weekend, 2 podcasts a week, and we're part of the Talk Sport fan podcasting network. If you want to support the channel, you can hype and subscribe to the channel on YouTube, or if you're listening on the audios, give us a channel rating and a follow over there. We got a lot to talk about last night. The match view kicked back off for the new season. Jerry and Paul, and excited Jerry and Paul joining me to talk about the pre-season, our predictions going into the new year, and why Mikel Arteta will be allowed to run up and down the sideline and do whatever he wants again this year. We can check all that out if you want it from last night. It's available on YouTube and on audio as well. The opposition view with Rich from the 1865 podcast will be available tomorrow night on audio only, so you can check that out over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio feeds. There's a bit of stuff to get stuck into today. We are expecting Nico Elvedi to finally rock up as a Leeds United player. Depending on when you're watching this today, it'll likely already have happened. We will have a live stream once that gets done and dusted. And it does appear that a couple are going to come in the next couple of days with Leeds sanctioning exits of players. And the first one we need to speak about today is the detail around Joel Piroe's move to West Ham United. So Joel Piroe is officially a West Ham player. Leeds United have confirmed it on their social media platforms this morning. And West Ham United have also made a statement on his arrival. But the structure of the deal has been the main talking point over the last couple of days. Leeds are very quickly becoming the loan with an option to buy club this season, but Joel Piroe has an obligation. But the structure of that deal is really, really important, and the details of that have finally come out today, which will definitely help Leeds in one situation this morning. Leeds, as I say, have put out an official statement wishing Joel Piroe all the best on his move to West Ham United. There's some very excited West Ham fans about the prospect of Manor Solomon and Joel Piroe linking up again. But the fee and the obligation has been the biggest talking point over the last week or so. There are a few discrepancies depending on what you read and where you read it today, but the general thought appears to be in and around the same amount of money. Zinny Boswell at Sky Sports states that the entire package for Joel Piroe to West Ham is £12 million, and that includes the obligation, which is £8 million, which means Leeds will get roughly £4 million of a loan fee right now, and that will go a long way towards helping the club with bringing in players and offsetting some of the wages of the players they've already brought in this summer. You add to that Joe Gelhardt's move as well, Isaac Schmidt's, although small, Jack Harrison's nominal fee. There's a little bit of money starting to come in, but getting that £4 million up front will definitely help Leeds this summer. Isaac Johnson's take on this is slightly less. He believes it's anything between 10 to 12 million pounds, but his verdict on this is the fee is undisclosed, which means that's likely coming directly from Leeds United, because that is the term that Leeds tend to use on pretty much every single player sale that they put out there. Now, West Ham have also confirmed the obligation to purchase at the end of the season. They have added the caveat to that, which is should West Ham get promoted to the Premier League. So what happens if they don't get promoted? What do Leeds do then? Well, there is the extension to Joel Piroe's contract. Now, it's interesting on this one, Leeds haven't triggered the extension just yet, but they can trigger it anytime between now and the end of this season. And should West Ham miss out on promotion to the Premier League, Leeds can trigger Joel Piroe's extension. He'll likely come back to Leeds then, and they can sell him next summer should they need to. Now, Joel Piroe himself has taken to his social media accounts to say goodbye to Leeds fans and put out a pretty nice statement as well, and he said the following: "Together we created memories that will last forever. It's something I will always cherish, as well as the friends that we made at Leeds. As I start a new chapter, I want to thank everyone at the club and wish you all the very best, and hopefully see you in the Premier League." And he's added a little winky face at the end of that as well. He scored 34 goals in 118 appearances for Leeds. He added 10 assists as well. He had a fantastic record for Leeds in the Premier League. He was a very important player for what Leeds did to get back into the Premier League. And we wish him absolutely nothing but success at West Ham United and the rest of his career. Fingers crossed it all goes well for him. And you never know, we might see him back in the Premier League playing against Leeds United. But yeah, we'll keep in touch and we'll track him over the course of Loan Watch this season and thank him for everything that he's done for Leeds United on his way out. We'll move on. Another exit to talk about, and it's Sebastiaan Bornauw, and this has been finalised. His exit from Leeds United and move to Hamburg has been announced by both sets of official websites. It's a loan with an option to buy of a reported £4.6 million or euros. Again, people are quoting the exact same number, but they're using euros and pounds. So anything between 4 and 5 million euro. Thereabout. Now, Bornauw has also posted on his social media thanking the Leeds United fans, and he said this: "Dear Leeds family, it's been a short chapter, but one I'll never forget. The MOT family is something else. The club is truly special. Thanks for making me feel at home from day one. I loved every minute of wearing this badge, especially those nights at Elland Road. All the best." Bornauw seems to be a pretty popular figure at Elland Road as well. There were tons of comments from staff and from players at the club wishing him all the best. Obviously, Daniel Farke spoke after the game in Dublin last week when he said that he'd be very, very happy if Sebastian Bornauw stayed at the club, but he's going off to play more football, and you can't really hold that against anybody. He wants to play regular football and not sit on a bench and pick up a paycheck. You got to respect that decision as well. So again, wish him nothing but success. A classic statement to say goodbye, and he's obviously very, very confident that that option to buy will get picked up, and Leeds' history with options isn't good. Maybe he's the one. Maybe he's the one that breaks the curse of the options to buy. But we wish him nothing but luck, and we will track him on loan watch again over the course of the season. What is becoming an incredibly long loan watch list at this moment in time. Lucas Perry still hasn't been announced. That is expected to get done the next day or so as well. So yeah, a lot of players to keep track of this year. Let's move on. Everyone's favourite after match talking point and weekend chat over a point is VAR, and we've got some changes again that will probably be abandoned about 2 weeks into the start of the season. But they've promised us more transparency, and they've promised us some more effective usages of VAR. Let me know if you believe that in the comment section. So the Premier League have been speaking on this. Howard Webb has been speaking on this as well over the course of the last 24 hours. And they said they have put in significant changes to how VAR decisions will be communicated with fans, and the implementation of VAR as well. I will believe it when I see it. Now, there's 3 key changes to this that are part of their communication or transparency changes, and I'll read them to you as follows. The first one is publishing referees' communications. For selected matches, the Premier League will publish the referee call explanation given on field, plus the VAR's direct reasoning for either not intervening in the decision or recommending a review. And the league spokesman on this said that they would apply in selected incidents where it can be helpful to clarify a rational decision. Now, not every single decision then. Second one is ref cam audio for broadcast. For the first time, audio captured by the referee's body cam will be available on TV to viewers during matches this season, but will start with picture only as audio is being rolled out over the first couple of weeks. And it will be available for 1 or 2 matches a week. So not every single game. So again, pretty selective usage of that. And then the third one is publishing key match incident panel verdict. These are the guys who review VAR and referee decisions after games. So the panel of former players, referees and managers that reviewed the potential VAR interventions will have their verdicts now published, but they won't be published until 10 days after they make the decision. Last season, the panel confirmed 25 refereeing errors from VAR reviews. Now, there's more transparency, but it's and there'll be a delay in publishing stuff, and it'll only be in selected incidents as well. So not exactly what you call full transparency. I don't understand why it takes 10 days to publish a meeting's results. I mean, these people are obviously not working for big companies who can publish minutes of meetings inside 24 hours. So there is that. But Howard Webb has also been speaking on the topic as well. And he says that this season he wants to see VAR only getting involved to intervene to correct obvious factual errors that are being made by the referees on field. And that includes offside margins, balls over the line, and handballs. And it shouldn't be used to second guess the referee's official decision on the field. Now, this has always been the problem. They get involved in absolutely every single incident. They take 5 to 6 minutes to actually make a decision, and that's the biggest frustration for fans. Webb feels that the new transparency and the new usages of this and raising the bar on the threshold for contact-based decisions will help VAR and make the whole use of the technology far more palatable for fans this season, and maybe even better understand why they're making the calls that they're making. There's always been a level of cloak and dagger about VAR. I don't understand why the audio was also an issue last year. They promised that the audio would be available straight after games last year. Then it wasn't available, and it could only be made available if clubs requested the audio. And I don't know why there isn't more transparency over that. If you're confident in the decision that you've made, publish the results. And also, if it takes 3 to 6 minutes to make a decision, then it's not clear and obvious. Give them a time limit, 30 seconds to make a call without using slow-mo. Just watch it in normal time and then make the call. But we'll see. The World Cup showed that VAR can be used very effectively, very speedily. For the most part, there was the odd 1 or 2 incidents, but in general, it was far better used than we've seen in the Premier League. And the issue for me has never been VAR. The issue for me has always been the people that are using VAR to make these decisions. And it's the human error that gets added to the technology. But it's been proven it can be used quite effectively. Premier League, for me, have yet to prove that they can use it effectively or without frustrating an entire stadium of fans and those watching on TV as well. But we'll see. Let me know down below what you think about this and if you think it will last more than 2 weeks. I don't, but we'll see. Let's move on. Right, so the Leeds under-21s had a really tough start to the National League Cup after 8 minutes of absolute madness just before half-time. Scott Gardner's side were 2-0 down, heading into the break, hitting the 40th minute. And then in the space of 8 minutes, they conceded 3 goals, 1 in the 41st minute and 2 in injury time to go in at half-time, 5-0 down away at Boreham Wood. Now, there was a bit of a rebound after half-time, and a decent second half gave Leeds a little bit more respectability on the score. 2 goals in the second half to bring the score back to 5-2. Josh McDonald and Sam Chambers getting the goals for Leeds United, both of them getting off the mark early this season. McDonald off the bench for Leeds. So, yeah, really tough start in that competition, but we keep saying this and we will continue to say it for the whole season. These competitions are very important for the development of what is still a very young Leeds United side. Sam Alker in that squad now, who I believe is only 16 years of age. Jake Howard's just gone 18 as well, or going 18. So still a very young side. Getting the opportunity to play against senior men obviously gives them a little bit more experience than playing against 17, 18-year-olds every single week, and tests them an awful lot more and will definitely help with their development. But they want to dust this one off pretty quickly and get back into normal league action next week. But yeah, really tough one going in at half time, but no doubt they'll get past this one and move on. And so will we. I'll be back later on, no doubt, at some point to talk about Nico Elvedi. I mean, if he doesn't come in today, he has to be registered by tomorrow. If he's not registered by tomorrow, I don't think he can play at the weekend. So fingers crossed this one will get done and dusted today, and I will talk to you later on. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you later. Bye.